Hello, I'm Jack, and this is my review of the Freet Vibe. Just get off with some general specs. This shoe comes with the 3mm Ortholite insole. It has the full bottle yarn upper with some TPU overlay in the back, only in the back, not in the front at all, like the Calver. It has a little 2mm, very thin foam midsole in it. And then I have notes this time, so that's what I'm trying to read. Anyway, so oh yeah, they call it the multi-grip outsole. This is 2mm of rubber at the base and then 2mm lugs. So all in all, that's like, I think it's actually 1.5mm lugs, but about 5.5mm stack height without the insole and 8.5mm with the insole. So okay, I really like this shoe. It's really, really good. I'm just going to start from the bottom and go up with what I like about it. At the outsole, it's surprisingly grippy, and I haven't had it for like months and months. I've been using it every single day, and so far it's shown zero wear on the outsole whatsoever. If you look, I can't see any wear whatsoever on this outsole, which surprises me because it's a pretty soft and like sticky rubber, and there's just no wear at all. It's been completely invulnerable so far. I work at a rock climbing gym, so I end up rock climbing in these shoes, which you're not supposed to use them for, but for using a regular day-to-day shoe for rock climbing, there's no wear, which is very, very surprising. Most shoes can't get away with that at all. The midsole I feel like it doesn't matter at all. I feel like there might be some squish to it, but like, in my opinion, you can do away with the midsole on this shoe and just give a thicker insole to come with the shoe, and I feel like that would be fine. Or maybe give like the 3mm insole and the 6mm insole, and then just remove the midsole entirely, and that would give effectively the same results while also giving you more ground feel, but also giving you the option to have squish if you want it. Yeah. Then the upper. So there's a very, very thin toe bumper, I guess, toe stiffener right around the toe, and it's kind of creasing here, if you can see that, which is a little bit annoying. Kinda, not really. It annoys me in principle, but in practice it doesn't do anything. I literally can't feel it at all, but in my brain I know it's there. But it's nice, kinda, just add structure to it, make it look a bit better, but it doesn't really protect you at all. I mean, if you stub your toe, it'll hurt less, but it doesn't really do much. This upper is really breathable. Like, it's really hot. It's been getting like well over 100 degrees, and my feet aren't sweating like crazy. And I'm even able to wear these without socks sometimes if it's like below 90, which it hasn't been for a couple of weeks. It's been over 100, I think, for like almost a week straight, which has been great. 100 degrees, yippee-ki-yay. Anyway, laces, they're definitely worse than the Freet Calvers and the Freet Muddies, so I don't really get why they use different quality of laces on different shoes. I don't know, it kind of bothers me that they have lower quality laces on some of their shoes than on others. I think it's a bit stupid, because these ones, if you see, they're like getting, I don't know, they're kind of getting wrinkled a bit, and I feel like they're not going to last a super long time. Something I don't like about Freet shoes is the branding. Like, that's kind of, I'm gonna be real, that little F, it looks stupid. It does not look very good, but it is what it is. Something I do really like about this shoe is the overlays right on the back. It keeps the shoe's structure really well so that it doesn't like fall apart and get like squished around. The upper, it doesn't have a ton of structure, but because of this little overlay, that gives it really, really good structure. And it allows you to slip the shoe on without having to untie it and retie it, which I think for an everyday shoe or like a running shoe, I think that's really, 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 really nice. And it's been really useful for me because I just put a pair of socks on, slip these shoes on, and then I'm good. It's great. I love it so much. That's probably one of the best features of this shoe. And I feel like I wouldn't be able to do that if I didn't have like this little layer of plastic here, keeping it stiffer. Because with that layer of plastic and how flexible this front section of the shoe is, you can really just slip it on instantly. And I really, really appreciate that about this shoe. That's like one of the biggest things for me in an everyday shoe, just being able to slide it on your foot. It's really nice. What else about this shoe? Oh, yeah. If you watch my Freet Caliber review, you'll know that I absolutely hate the tongue on that shoe. And the tongue on this shoe is great. It's a perfectly normal tongue. It's not super heavily padded, but it's padded enough to where it doesn't slide down into the bottom of the shoe. And it's just a great normal tongue. I really appreciate that. Also, it looks okay. It's not the greatest looking shoe. I haven't gotten tons of compliments, but I also haven't had anyone look at me and go, "What's up with your shoes there? What's wrong with your shoes?" Because when I wore the Vivo Barefoot Primus Light 3, I had multiple people walk up to me and be like, "Why are you wearing clown shoes?" Or like one kid said I had duck feet, which not the greatest, but I haven't had anyone say anything weird about these shoes, so that's good. I still don't like the branding. I feel like it's very obnoxious on this shoe because it has the Freet logo here. It has Freet, and then it has Freet again on the tongue. Granted, you can't really see it on the tongue. It's just a little bit annoying, in my opinion. Oh yeah, last thing. Ground feel is not the greatest in these shoes. It's also not the worst. Of the shoes that I've worn, this has a lot less ground feel than the Vivo Barefoot Primus Light 3, but just about more ground feel than anything else. Like if you compare it to something like the Lems Primal 2, it has way more ground feel than that shoe. So if you're coming from there, I think it's great. I think this is a great barefoot shoe that has a good balance of ground feel and protection, just in general. I think it's very nice in terms of ground feel. Not absurd amounts, but enough to where you don't feel isolated from the ground. I have in my notes say bad things about this shoe, but I can't really think of anything bad. I feel like it's like it does everything pretty well and nothing bad. I don't know. I can't think of anything aside from just the laces being kind of scrungly. They're not the greatest laces. Oh yeah, one thing. Dirt likes to get stuck in between the treads, which obviously this isn't a hiking shoe. You're not supposed to be in mud. I'm a bit of an idiot though, so I take these shoes everywhere because they work everywhere, and that's kind of my favorite thing about these shoes and what my use case is for them. In my eyes, these are an idiot-proof everyday shoe where you can do anything in them. You can kick stuff because of a little toe bumper. You can rock climb, you can go in mud, you can go in dirt, you can run around while still having a shoe that looks pretty decent and not egregious, like a duck foot, like that evil child said. I don't know, yeah, because I rock climb in these. I'm a very, very active human being, so I rock climb in my daily shoes. I run in my daily shoes. I jump around, I do parkour, so I need a pair of shoes that doesn't fall apart from some person who's 170 pounds jumping around in them, and these shoes are very good for that. They're very, very, very good active all-around shoes, which I appreciate a lot, and that's what I need in a pair of everyday shoes. Also, a lot of people use these for running and trail running, like very nice trail running, and I think that's a pretty good use for it. I think they're very good running shoes. They have some comfort in the tread because they have a midsole and they have a somewhat thick outsole, and you have the option to use the insole, so they have cushion. So I think it's very good idea to use these for running. If you're looking for a running shoe that's barefoot, I think is a pretty good option, especially because of how locked in you can get your heel because of the padded tongue and the little TPU overlays. You can really get a good lockdown on your heel, which that's another thing I really love in a pair of shoes. Toe box. These are slightly, I think they're about the same width as the Primal 2s from Lems. Definitely a lot wider, especially in the pinky toe, than the Vivo Barefoot Primus Light 3s, which is a requirement for me. That's why I got rid of my Primus Lights, because I hated the toe box. A lot wider than the Zeros on all fronts. And yeah, I think these are very... Someone's mowing the lawn. Cool. Anyway, going past that, I think overall these are an incredible pair of shoes that I would make very, very few changes to. Like, these are just about the perfect pair of everyday shoes for me. I think the only possible change that I can make would be changing the laces to the ones that they already have for their other shoes. Because, like, the laces on the Calivers are way better, the laces on the Muddies are way better. And also a sidewall stitch would be nice on the shoe, because it is a cupsole, and sidewall stitching would make it a lot more durable, which I really like. I like durability a lot in shoes. But other than that, I can't see any possible fail points. The eyelets are reinforced with a little bit of string, which I think is cool. There's a little bit of I think webbing, keeping them together along with the plastic. And the heel there's no heel counter, if you know what that is. The heel counter is just a covering to protect the inside of the shoe so that it doesn't wear away. But it does have more padding in the heel and this piece of plastic, so that keeps that controlled. I don't know. I just really like this shoe as an everyday shoe. And for me, this is my perfect everyday shoe, in my opinion. At least the best that I've found so far. So yeah. Thank you for watching, if you have. I think in the future, I should just rotate my phone 90 degrees. I think that'll be better. Anyway, bye-bye.